the smiling man in the cornfield. When I was 13, my cousin and I decided to take a shortcut home through an old cornfield behind our town. The sun had already set, and the rows of corn stretched so high that we could barely see the sky. We laughed and joked at first, trying to scare each other. Then my cousin stopped walking. "Do you see that?" he whispered. About 50 feet ahead, standing perfectly still between the rows, was a man. At least, I thought it was a man. He was unusually tall and wore old, dirty clothes. Even from that distance, I could see he was smiling. Not a normal smile. A huge smile, the kind that showed too many teeth. We called out to him, thinking he might be the farmer. He didn't move. He just stood there, smiling. My cousin grabbed my arm and said, "Let's go around him." We turned down another row. A few minutes later, we saw him again, standing ahead of us, still smiling. My stomach dropped. There was no way he could have gotten there without us hearing him move. We started walking faster. Then we heard it. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Something was moving through the corn beside us, keeping pace, not running, just walking. Following, we broke into a sprint. The sounds sped up too. Corn stalks snapped behind us. I looked back once. The smiling man was no longer in front of us. He was behind us and much closer. We finally burst out of the field and onto the road, gasping for breath. When we looked back, nobody was there. For years, we told ourselves it was just some creepy stranger. Then, last summer, the cornfield was cleared to build houses. Workers found something buried deep in the center of the field. An old wooden chair, and tied to it were dozens of faded photographs. Every photo showed kids standing in the cornfield. Some were smiling, some were crying. But in every single picture, standing somewhere in the background, was the same tall, impossible smile. And in the very last photo, taken only a few years ago, my cousin and I were standing there. Neither of us remembers anyone taking it.